Hi, I'm Gigi Engle, and today we're going to be talking about micropenises because somebody wrote in and said, what's the deal with micropenises? So let's get started. So basically a micropenis, and excuse me, by the way, I'm going to be looking at my notes during this video because there's some stats and some numbers and I do not want to get them wrong when we are talking about this very important subject. Okay, so a medical micropenis is a penis that is 3.67 inches or shorter in length when medically stretched. That means when the penis is flaccid, if a doctor lightly stretches it and it's measured and it's less than 3.67 inches, that would be considered a medical micropenis, meaning it would be clinically diagnosed as a micropenis. Penis size does not affect hormone levels like testosterone. So having a micropenis does not mean that you will have your fertility impacted. Now, where a micropenis can affect fertility is so the way that obviously we know how eggs are fertilized, but when the penis goes into the entrance of the vagina, if it's unable to make it far enough inside to deposit the sperm, then the sperm can't make it into the vaginal canal to then swim up to the cervix to fertilize the egg. So that's where it can be an issue, and sometimes you might need assisted fertility, like with IVF. So that's just something to keep in mind if you're having fertility issues, but a micropenis itself is not a fertility problem. Usually, people who have micropenises who are having fertility issues, it's because they have a low sperm count and they have a micropenis. So it's sort of like two factors here. So it's just something to keep in mind if that's something you're worried about. Now, having a micropenis can be very distressing because honestly, we live in a society that is really, really judgmental. We are brought up watching porn, thinking it's sex education, thinking everybody needs to have these massive penises. And so if you have a micropenis, you are probably not going to feel super amazing about that. But the thing is all bodies are different. They're unique as snowflakes. And so there are plenty of things that you can do to really up your pleasure and boost your confidence. Firstly, you want to figure out ways that you can engage with your body, your penis, and your sexuality in ways that bring you pleasure. Because pleasure is the measure. It's not size, it's not your technique, it's really what pleasures your body and how you can experience pleasure. And that is linked to body confidence, it's linked into feeling better about yourself. Having a micropenis does not mean that you are unworthy of love or having a solid and stable relationship. So don't let people put that idea into your head. Next, if you're worried about your penis size, up your oral sex skills and your hand sex skills. There are plenty of ways to give orgasms that do not involve penises. In fact, the vast majority of people with clitorises do not have orgasms with penis penetration. So if you can get really good at oral sex and other kinds of sex, you're gonna be a very good lover. Great lovers are made, they are not born. And lastly, get toys in on the mix. You can get a vibrator, you can get dildos, you can even get a strap-on, which is an aid that you wear where you can actually put a strap-on in if your partner really likes deep penetration. And you can get on board with that. It's part of playing out different role plays, trying DS scenes, dominant submission scenes with your partner. So there are plenty of ways to have amazing sex when you have a micropenis. It does not mean it's the end of your sex life. So the last thing that I want to say is that body shaming is really not okay. So if you are with somebody who is horrible to you or rude to you about your micropenis, that is not a person who deserves your time or energy. That is not a you problem, that is a them problem. They clearly have a lot of their own stuff to work on. So I hope this video was helpful, and I hope that everybody got a little bit of something out of it. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the Internet Sex Therapy channel, and I'll catch you next time.